What is going on, Cancer? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct, and this is going to be your reading for the full moon in Sagittarius. Decided to do a bonus reading for you guys this month, so we're going to hop into your energies and see what's going on. Now, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. If it does resonate with you, though, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things to help the channel out and let me know that it's helping you out in some type of way. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check out your rising or moon sign or one of the previous videos that I did for Cancer. All right, we're going to be hopping into your present energies right here first. And then after that, we're going to check out your futuristic energies over here and see what's happening towards the end of June, going into July. Most of this is surrounding the energies of the Sagittarius full moon, though. So let's see what's going on, Cancer. Crowning your reading, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and it's clarified by the Empress card. Nine of Pentacles energy could be representing where you're at in life right now. This is the Bachelor, Bachelorette card. The single person that is, very self-sufficient, doing everything on your own. You're definitely flourishing off of the fruits of your labor. You really don't have a need for anyone else to really be in your life. Even if you kind of desire that or something that you want, it's definitely not a need, right? So this is the card of non-neediness. This is the card of self-love, self-sufficiency. So this is the energy that you're coming into this full moon cycle with. Even if you weren't feeling this energy before, this is the energy that's coming into you, is that self-sufficient, abundant energy where you're kind of stabilized in your finances, right? You have a certain level of stability, and your outlook on life is that you're enjoying being single, right? This is that Nine of Pentacles card. Like, you're enjoying the time you spend with yourself, the company that you have with yourself, learning yourself, learning what you like and what you don't like. You're exploring certain parts or aspects of yourself. This is the person that's not afraid to go out and have dinner with themselves, right? This is the person you'll catch out and about just chilling at whatever type of social event, and they're just solo dolo, and you're okay with doing that. You have the confidence to do that. And a lot of times being in this energy, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, Cancer. My camera cut off on me. But like I was saying, you're definitely taking on that kind of single energy. And what I was getting to is that a lot of times when we are taking on this type of single energy and we're okay with being single, that's when you start to kind of attract those suitors, right? They come in because they see that you don't need them, right? So whenever we're out of that energy of being needy, or we're out of that energy that we're looking for someone to kind of like be in our lives, that we can share our lives with, then a lot of times that's when that person comes. And this is what the Nine of Pentacles always alludes to. All right, so it's clarified by the Empress energy, and the Empress is very similar to the Nine of Pentacles. Like, it's almost the same energy, just a greater energy. So attractiveness, magneticness, right? If that's a word, magneticness. Magnetism is what I was trying to say. So you also, with the Empress card, have a high level of creativity and fertility, artistic nature, spirituality, nurturing. This is the mother of the tarot, right? And also a ruler over your world and your empire. This is what the Nine of Pentacles, the person in that picture, is also doing. So you're definitely coming into this full moon energy in Sagittarius in a powerful, kind of authoritative type of position and energy, right? You're ready to start kind of like attracting certain things into your world, which, if you're not already doing it, this is what's going to be coming in. This is kind of like abundance is what the Empress card represents, and the Nine of Pentacles. So your energy is going to start to reflect this in your environment, and don't be surprised, right, if you start to see those opportunities come in for abundance, for financial stability, because the Empress energy is very attractive. All right, so let's keep it moving. Then we have the Hermit card clarified by the Seven of Cups. Hermit. This could be you either wanting to go into hermit mode, right? The Hermit kind of separates his energy away from everything else, and studies himself and kind of draws from his inner wisdom. I feel like you're needing to draw your inner wisdom when it comes down to some options that are becoming to you around this full moon. The Seven of Cups energy talks about having a plethora of options, right, that you can choose from, and almost having too many to choose from, and it creates confusion. Now, this could be in the area of finance, this could be in the area of love, of, social opportunities. It all depends on you, since this is a general reading. But Seven of Cups, you have some choices that you need to make. And some of the choices are kind of like confusing because maybe they all look good, but they all are not good is usually what this card suggests. And you don't kind of want to get caught up in the illusion of certain options that you have. So let's say if this is options that you have in love where the suitors are coming in because you're just doing your own thing, you're living that single life, you're just looking good, right, attractive, then suitors could be coming in offering you cups, and then you're kind of like confused because there's so many coming in. You're like, well, okay, which one do I choose? This is what probably why you're going to need to draw upon your inner wisdom, your inner strength, right? That Hermit card. You have to kind of go internal for a second to see, what's really going on, to get out of the clouds of the smokiness, the illusion. So going into the end of June, this may be an issue for you, having to make a decision in some type of way, having to cut out a lot of different options and narrow it down to maybe one or two options. And you're going to need to draw on your internal wisdom for that to move forward. Because if not, you could be confused. All right, so then we have the Three of Pentacles here, and it's clarified by the Moon card. Three of Pentacles talks about collaborating with other people when it comes down to business. It also talks about commerce or trade. Could be where you're working at. It could be talking about promotion and elevation. If you can see this person, they're kind of standing above their peers. Their peers are learning from them, or recognizing that they have something to offer, right? So you could be receiving recognition at work for being like, the #1 employee, something along those lines, or just promoted into a newer position with more money because you've been doing your work pretty well. Or you could just be choosing to team up with a certain group of people that have a like-mindedness that you do, right? And you guys are kind of working something out, trying to build something. This could be in the realm of business. So you could be collaborating with another business partner or more than one business partner or group of people to get you some coins. And you're bringing something to the table, that they don't have already. And they're bringing something to the table that you don't have already. So you're meeting each other in the middle, or these group of people in the middle, right? This is a reciprocal type of connection, even if it's more than one person. But it's clarified by the Moon energy, so maybe you don't have all the details to what's happening around this collaboration or around this business deal or this promotion. Maybe you're going into the unknown. You're going into territory that you've never been before, so you're definitely going to have to draw off of your inner wisdom, your intuition, because you could be going into a place. This is the same thing that the Seven of Cups is alluding to, kind of like the cloudiness, the darkness that you're going into, the land of the unknown. And it's hard to navigate through a place that you've never been through before. But you do have another set of eyes. You do have another flashlight that you have to use, which is your third eye, intuition, to discern how to move forward, how to navigate in this world that you've never been. This also could be representing with the Moon card that is kind of like in a certain phase, a beginning phase that's just in the beginning, the development stages. It's probably, if you're working on something with other people, it's not ready to really be presented to the world yet. It's still under wraps. It's still almost kind of like a secret. It's brewing beneath the surface, but it hasn't come to the place of fruition yet where it can be released or, shown off. With the moon card here, this is also, alluding to the Sagittarius full moon. So you could, this new cycle that's coming in with this full moon could be the thing that's attracting these new partnerships or new collaborations. You networking with certain people, and a lot of people have been getting that energy during these readings. So for you, it's almost the same, Cancer. Around this full moon is definitely making you attractive, and you're hooking up with groups of people that could be part of your soul tribe, right? Or just helping you out to go further down your path of what it is you're supposed to do. Then we have the Two of Cups clarified by the Five of Cups. Two of Cups energy, soulmates, right? Soulmates coming together. Somebody could be coming in that wants to offer you a certain soulmate connection, or that you feel you have a soulmate connection with. This is a reciprocal connection, equal give and take. Seeing each other, for who you guys really are. A person you could be your authentic self with and not have to be, a fake person or inauthentic, or not have to kind of change yourself in order to fit in with this person. This is somebody that you feel comfortable with just letting your guards down with, letting your hair down, and just being your true self. So some type of communication could be coming in with a soulmate lover, but it may be mixed in with other people, right? That you have to kind of discern to see who is the real deal or not. Now, with this having the Five of Cups as the clarifier, this could be you having some disappointments maybe in the past with a soulmate lover that you thought was kind of like a soulmate connection, but things just didn't work out the way that you thought it could be. Or this is kind of you, almost allowing the Five of Cup energy to affect this new connection that's coming in, because the Five of Cups is always talking about something in the past that disappointed you, and it's talking about spilled milk and almost giving you the advice not to cry over spilled milk. So if you're thinking too much about the past and maybe the disappointments of the past, this could definitely affect the new connection that's coming in the present moment. So the advice from the cards is to definitely, don't bring the past into the present moment. Keep that separate because, we can't pin things that happened in the past on newer people. Let's keep it moving. Then we have the Star card clarified by the Two of Wands. Now, with the Star card, Cancer, I feel like you're kind of getting that push towards the end of June for you to kind of step out there and be your authentic self in a newer way, kind of put yourself on display. The Star card talks about you tapping into your natural talents and abilities, your spiritual gifts, and healing the world in some type of way. It's also talking about kind of like a spotlight being on you and you being pushed out to the center of the stage, and it's kind of like your time to shine. But with the Two of Wands here, you could be kind of going back and forth on whether you want to do that or not, whether you want to kind of step out and be seen in a certain type of way. You're still trying to make a decision on whether you want to do it or not, but the opportunity is here. I think this is why you're having these people that you're connecting with and kind of wanting to collaborate with you, because it's like time for you to come to the forefront and shine, show something that you've been kind of keeping under wraps for a while. Like I said, this moon card here was talking about something that had been being developed and was under development for a while now, and it's been beneath the surface. But with the Star card here, it could be time for you to kind of birth it and bring it out in the open and show what it is that you've been developing and working on in, your alone time. because you've had probably a lot of time to yourself to develop these certain gifts and abilities that you have. And now you just kind of have to make the decision to move forward in that direction, or, not move forward in that direction. But I do feel like you could be making the decision to step up to the plate, because you have some great energies behind you. You probably are also supported and surrounded by some supportive people, right? Some people that kind of mean you good and they are looking out for your best interests. These are the people you're collaborating with or in contact with. And they could be the people that are kind of like pushing you and giving you the confidence to jump out there and share this gift with the world. All right, so let's keep it moving, Cancer. In your future energy, we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Chariot card, and then the Wheel of Fortune, two major arcanas. Nine of Swords here, it's talking about you being stressed out a little bit, and it's clarified by major arcana, the Hangman. And this is probably, you're stressed out a little bit, probably because of the lack of movement, stagnation in a certain area. Now, since this is your future energy, I feel like this is you kind of like being stuck on this decision, because the Two of Wands is here clarifying your star quality, your star ability, and you kind of needing to take that leap and get out there in the open, but it's stressing you out for some reason. Maybe you're afraid to be seen in this type of way. You're afraid to kind of like have the spotlight on you. You're very anxious about it. It could be keeping you up at night, or just making you worry and be stressed out a little bit. And it's because there's, is no movement that's happening. The Hangman position talks about being stuck a little bit, stuck between two different points, right? You could be in the phase of transitioning, but if you get stuck in transition or lost in translation, then you definitely feel that Hangman energy, and it's kind of like being stuck in limbo. And this could stress anybody out, because if we're not moving forward, we start to kind of feel like, anxious, because nothing is being done, and we're always made to be constantly changing and moving and active in some type of way. So let's see what else is happening. You have the Four of Pentacles energy here, clarified by the Four of Cups. Both of these are closed off type of energies, right? Where you're guarding your heart, you're guarding yourself and wanting to almost stay in your comfort zone a little bit. Four of Pentacles talks about being kind of defensive and definitely guarded when it comes down to your finances or what it is that you have to share with the world. The Four of Cups talks about almost rejecting the offer that could be coming in. So in a certain sense, you are in a very guarded energy. And this is probably why you're feeling stressed out a little bit, because the way you're being guarded is not allowing you to move forward into this new portal that is here for you. But it is kind of like an elevation, a promotion. In order for you to grasp it, though, you have to kind of show your true authentic self and not be afraid to do that. You have to step into your authenticity. And this is from a place of kind of being out there, out in the open. So, yeah, you are kind of guarded a little bit, Cancer. But the good thing is that right beneath that, you have the Chariot card. So you are going to come out of that guarded energy. You are going to process everything that you have to think about, and worry about and be anxious about. And with the Chariot energy, this talks about movement, right? So you are going to be moving towards this star energy, moving towards your star power. And you're going to be able to ground your emotions, your thoughts to be stabilized, so that, you're not extra stressed out and worried about, how am I going to pull this off? What am I going to do? This is so brand new to me. Am I going to be able to do it? The King of Cups is your energy, right? But it's a mature aspect of your energy where you're kind of quieting your emotions, quieting those voices in your head that tell you that you're not good enough for this elevation. And this is creating movement. And because this is major arcana, the universe is here to just move you right along, right? It won't let you stay in that stuck energy for too long, or that closed off energy for too long, because a lot of this movement and this elevation has a lot to do with your wish fulfillment, is what I'm picking up. You kind of have asked for certain things from the universe, and it's almost like the universe requires you to get into this newer place so that you can receive those things. So you know that too, but I think there is a level of kind of fear surrounding this movement that's happening, but it is a pretty major movement that's happening that could be definitely talking about a brand new era or cycle that's coming in for you with the Chariot energy. Movement. All right. Right below that, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune energy talks about a shift that's happening, right? What I was just talking about, those cycles kind of shifting. The revolving door is what the Wheel of Fortune represents. So the tables are definitely turning. You know, this is kind of like that shift in energy, that karmic shift that happens. So where if you were in one position for a while, there is a brand new position that is turning, right? The tables are turning. And this could be, you know, quite possibly the end of your single life, right? Or the single cycle that you've been in, because you have the Nine of Pentacles here again, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. So this could be the end of you kind of being to yourself, with yourself, enjoying your own company. I hope you have fun, Cancer. Because there are a lot of new things coming your way and people. Plus you have the Two of Cups here. Now the Wheel of Fortune talks about destiny, right? So you could have someone coming in that is kind of part of your destiny, and is going to take you out of that alone or single energy. And it's movement. Definitely. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right there for you guys, Cancer. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did resonate with you, then like always, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I will be back with another reading for you guys next month. Later.